So you have this, kid, and she would be a kid to me, young lady, definitely a Gen Z. She has some, there's some words for the people that is her parents or people of her parents' generation. This is going to be interesting. Let's review it.
So if you're a parent and you got children from the age of 16 up until the age of like 35, stop scrolling right now. I'm gonna give y'all a second. All right. Parents of millennials, you failed your children terribly. Y'all literally didn't teach your children. You didn't teach them about financial literacy. You didn't teach them the importance of becoming an adult and the reality of adulthood, and it's not peaches and cream.
What are you talking about? First of all, now you black, so I'm gonna go there about the black community. Black people, most of them that in here in America had to get it from the mud. We didn't grow up with trust funds, financial literacy. What is that? What was that? Financial literacy for us was getting a job, making sure you had food in your stomach, making sure you had clothes on your back, making sure you had a roof over your head, making sure there was a car to drive to go to and from, right? That and anything more than that, outside of that, that was more so luxuries. Just to be honest with you, it's a lot of things that my parents and quote unquote teach me, and I get to talking about that a little later. Do I blame them? No, I'm grateful to the way I was raised. And then another thing about your generation is you hard headed. Because there's many parents that try to tell you, hey, listen, you're going to be an adult. You got to do this. I know. How many of y'all have heard that from them? Oh, I already know. I know you can't tell me because I already know. But then what happens is your little hard headed behind hit a brick wall out there that your parents are trying to prevent. And then when you hit that brick wall, you didn't tell me. Oh, no. You were told. You just don't want to listen because you know. Because you got a smartphone in your pocket, but it hasn't made you smart at all. Well, let's continue.
Y'all taught us irrelevant ass like doing chores.
Yes, you have to do chores in your home. Why? Because is the home going to be filthy? Full of rats and roaches? Is that what it's going to be? It teaches you a work ethic, which you need outside of your home, a work ethic. Okay, so y'all don't want to do no chores at all. You just want to just lay around and just dirty the house, and your parents are supposed to clean it up. You hear how entitled this current generation is? This current generation is the most entitled group I've ever seen in my life.
And not being combative.
Yes, you don't supposed to be combative. How you going to be combative in your parents' house? Did they pay the bills? If you want to be combative, get the hell out. And you don't have to worry about it. And you're going to have to follow some rules. There's rules everywhere you go, even in jail. There's rules.
Always being a yes man. Going out here to get a job, but not teaching us how to save money and how to budget our money.
Once again, you black. In the black community, saving what? What do we have to save? Paying all the bills in the house, putting food on the table and all of that, and you did that perfectly. Savings is a luxury. And if we had a chance to save money in the black community, it's usually income tax time. So what could they really teach you about saving money? And because they couldn't teach you, this is why they say go to school so you can go learn something. Because I may not know everything. Okay? You live in an information age. Instead of sitting up here point blame about what they didn't teach you, why you didn't get your lazy behind online and start researching things yourself? Go to YouTube University, take a course, do something. You know how many things that I know now today that I didn't learn from my parents or my grandparents? My grandparents and great grandparents and all of them didn't teach me nothing about how to start a business. They didn't teach me anything about how to invest money. They didn't teach me nothing about business accounts, personal accounts. They didn't teach me about the different ways of taxes with the IRS. They didn't teach me anything like that. Some things I had to learn the hard way, unfortunately. So I'm supposed to blame them? Or so I'm supposed to look at, they put me in a position where I had the opportunity to exceed what they did. I appreciate everything they did for me, but your generation is the most unappreciative, entitled group I've ever seen in my life.
Not teaching us the importance of paying bills, taxes. I could go on and on, but y'all
How could they teach you about the importance of taxes? I know good and well they tell you to file your income tax, because black folks look forward to income tax every year, especially when you don't have to pay tax. I've never looked forward to taxes. At one point in time in my life, I looked forward to, income tax. I can't wait. And now, in this stage of the game, I'm like, oh, crap. I'm not looking forward to tax day. Why I'm in that position now? Well, I do okay. So I have to pay. I have more responsibility on my back. I got people that work, with me now. I have to take care of, those people that's here in America and other parts of the world that I have to make sure payroll is met every month. That's also something I got to think about. Business tax, personal tax, all that. I didn't know anything about that. I had to find out. Right? Do I blame my parents? No.
sure didn't waste no time saying, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. Y'all sure didn't waste no time saying, I pay all the bills in this house, so you gonna listen to me. But
exactly.
Listen, y'all wait till we turn 18 years old and then want to put us out and throw us to the wolves without teaching us the importance of becoming an adult. Just imagine for a second, if social media didn't exist, if the internet didn't exist, a lot of us would be broke as
Social media didn't exist when I was your age. Matter of fact, when I was your age, America Online was just getting started. It was sending all them things to people's house. And we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have all that. None of these apps. When I graduated high school back in 1997, we didn't have none of that. And how is it that we made it? With listen, y'all have knowledge at your fingertips. What are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? I don't understand that. We should be complaining because y'all have the opportunity to make money and don't even have to go out and get a formal job now. You literally can sit on YouTube, talk, rant, teach somebody something, whatever, and make money. You can make money on TikTok. You can make money on Facebook. You can make money on Instagram. You can sell merch. You can do all kind of things. You can do Patreon and whatever. Hell, some of y'all that want to do things you ain't got no business could be on the freaking OnlyFans. All kind of things y'all making money doing today that we have no opportunity to do. None. And you're still complaining?
not knowing which way to go, what to do. You didn't build any generational wealth. We got the millennials that's doing that, putting y'all, the parents, in predicaments that you never put us in.
What generational wealth are you building when you can't even afford to move out your parents' house? The majority of you. You still staying with your mama. What are you talking about? You building generational wealth. And if you come from the black community, you already know. If you don't know, you know our situation. What wealth that my parents could leave to me, or my great-grandparents could leave to me. It's on me to build that on my own. So I can set my kids up when I'm no longer here and the Lord ready to go ahead and take me on with him, right? I'm not looking at nothing my parents or they did everything they could for me, and I thank God for them. Y'all are the most unappreciative generation I've ever seen in my life, and then you want to get mad. You want to talk bad about your parents, but want to still stay in their house. Talking about what they haven't done for you.
Y'all didn't teach us the importance of college. Only thing you said is go to college, get a degree.
You know why they said that? Because they want you to get a higher education, so you have an opportunity to make, $75,000, $80,000, $100,000 and up. Because that's what everybody was taught. Get you a degree, because a high school diploma versus a person with a college degree, the correct college degree, will make you some money. But the problem is in the community, especially with little young ladies like you'll get a silly psychology degree and you wonder why you can't get a job, or if you do get one, you're broke. Or I'm gonna be a social worker, and wonder why you're only making $30,000, but you got $100,000 in debt. Instead of going to get degrees that's going to pay you, like a nursing degree, like a, radiology degree, being a lawyer, being a, engineer, things like that, But let's continue.
But you didn't teach us the fact that those same loans that we had to go pay for college, we will be paying back for the rest of our lives, being in debt for the rest of your life.
If you applied yourself in school, you'll get scholarships. My daughter, who's going to be graduating actually in May, she went on a full ride academic scholarship. Didn't have to get a single loan. I know your parents told you to apply yourself in school, and if you applied yourself, you can get an academic scholarship. So who's to blame on that?
And then you complain and you get upset when we don't know what the to do. Because you didn't teach us shit. You didn't do shit.
And neither did you try to learn anything either. Remember, you talked about earlier, young lady, about y'all getting money because of social media. And you mean to tell me you can't learn nothing from social media? If supposedly your parents in particular didn't teach you anything?
Y'all didn't set us up for success. You set us up for failure because your parents set you up for failure. Not to mention the mental and emotional trauma you put us through. Because you couldn't seem to find yourself, so you throwing your emotions off on us. Now we got to deal with it. But don't let you have grandkids, right? Then you seem to treat your grandkids better than you ever did your kids. That boggles my mind. It's crazy how.
Are you jealous of your own kids? That your parents are just loving their grandkids? You see how childish a lot of them are? You see how childish?
Y'all go and have children, us, and then expect us to help you pay your bills by the time we turn 16, 18 years old. You're still...
I don't know if she's talking about her parents, but I can tell you right now, I have never in my life asked a child of mine to pay my bills. My parents never asked me to pay their bills. I don't know what that's about. Now, that's something maybe personal with her, if that's even true, because these kids get online lying, and then you talk to the parents and say, wait a minute, hold on. That's not how it went down.
A teenager, literally. We didn't ask y'all to have us. Y'all had us. And God forbid you ask for a little bit of help. The economy is not the same as it was back in 2000s, 1990s. Half of y'all don't even know how to be parents. But then you always have something to say about how we parent our children. Shut up. It's a cycle. And I'm really tired of it. So if you listening and if you stop scrolling, take some goddamn advice.
The only mistake that parents made with this current generation is saying, well, I want to give them a little more than what I had. And I don't want to treat them in a way that we were treated in the area of, having to do more chores, having to go get a job on an earlier age, being more responsible, because of that, that's why we have this. Because there's a lot of parents say, what's going on with these kids today? They're all over the place. One minute you're talking, you're running off at your mouth, but the next minute you complain about the economy. You want to live in your parents' house and then you want to talk crap. Well, when I was finished with school, I left. I never returned. I think I was 21. I left. My wife told me she left her parents' house at 19 to never return. In our time period, we couldn't wait to get away from our parents because we wanted to be grown, because you could not be grown in somebody else's house. But see, while you sitting up here, this is my warning to your generation. While you're sitting up here whining and crying about what somebody didn't teach you, even though your parents did the best they could, you wouldn't be alive today if they didn't put, food in your stomach, if they didn't keep you safe, all the things that parents are supposed to do, correct? You very unappreciative little girl, you. One group of people that you're not ready for, there's millions of immigrants coming across that border every day, coming from developing nations. They don't know nothing about credit. They don't know nothing about financial literacy. They don't know nothing about the importance of bills. They don't know anything about the American system. Only thing they come over here to do is say, I gotta get it out the mud. I want to work. Where's the jobs at? While you sitting in the car on TikTok talking about what your mammy and your pappy didn't do. They coming across that border to get those jobs. And within 5 years' time, those immigrants, they'll be having a whole house over you. They'll have cars. They'll have businesses while you still sitting down complaining about what somebody didn't teach you or whatever. See, we didn't have to deal with the biggest influx of immigrants when I was your age, young lady, but you do. And you know what's happening while you complaining and saying what you, instead of you getting your behind online and learning something, if you don't know, asking somebody something that maybe they have that knowledge, instead of you getting that knowledge yourself, you complaining about everybody else. Is everybody else's fault except your own? Instead of talking about that, I guess you got a kid. Where your husband at, young lady? Where your husband at? Because the way you talking sound like you don't have a husband. Because if you had a husband, then it'd be two of y'all working together. I know your parents didn't tell you to go out there and have a freaking child and not have a husband. I know that. I know better than that. You can't tell me they told you that. But those immigrants that's showing up every single day, they coming here to work. They coming here to work, and they coming here to get what they need to get out the mud. And after hearing the things like this, what I hear with your generation, I see why America needs immigrants now. I see it because a lot of y'all is lazy. And the immigrants come here and say, nah, I got to get these jobs. Give me the jobs. Give me this. Give me that. And what's very shocking to me is that we used to talk about a long time ago, you know, white folks with their kids acting entitled like that. And now we got black kids doing it. That is interesting to me. That's interesting. Black children. But, you know, I don't like say, as long as you have that attitude, young lady, your life's not going to be good at all. Blaming everybody for this. You didn't teach me that. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Let me tell you something. My parents didn't tell me nothing how to form an LLC. My parents didn't teach me anything about how to, you know, have employees, how to do international business, how to set up companies internationally as an extension of your American-based business. They didn't teach me anything about getting passports, how to travel with a team internationally, how to make sure things go right when you're on international travel. Because every time I travel, I'm traveling with a team. You understand? And I'm doing business. They didn't teach me anything like that. They didn't teach me anything because they didn't know. They just didn't know. And nobody knows everything. But they taught me the basics. What I need, the importance of work, good moral character. Okay. Taught me how to be a husband, how to be a father, how to be a friend. Instilling in me the important things that I could build everything off of. Anything else, I can go get the knowledge on my own. I can go pay for it through school or a course. I can go research it for free on Google. I can watch some YouTube videos. I can do so many different things on my own that I have done. And what that do? That put me in position to teach my children, the ones that want to know about it. Because listen, I could teach all day long, but if you don't want to receive it, you just don't want to receive it. And that's a lot of your problem with y'all. You don't want to receive anything until you hit that brick wall because you think you know everything. That's your problem. You think you know. And you don't know crap. You got the biggest mouth, but you can't produce on your own. And we'll talk about the economy. The economy always going to be hard. The economy was hard when I was growing up. You think it was just so easy when I was growing up? Or when I was your age, you thought it was easy? No. Y'all got more opportunity today than we ever had to make money. There was no YouTube around to go make some videos and be making thousands of dollars a month. You know, some of y'all making $100,000 a month or more. Some of y'all tens of thousands. Some of y'all are making at 19 and 20. Some grown adults is not even seeing that kind of money now. And y'all getting it per month. So what are you talking about? Keep complaining. Keep just complaining and blaming everybody. I'm talking about those of you in that generation. Keep complaining. Them immigrants, they passing you. And when you're going to look up, you're not going to be able to, you're going to be homeless because them immigrants are go and get all the jobs that you don't want. They're not sitting on here complaining about TikTok about what their mama didn't do. They're not doing that. I'm telling you, them immigrants, they hitting the border of America every day. and they coming to compete with you. So you better start competing, or your generation gonna lose out. And you can't live with your mom and your daddy forever. You're grown. I left at 21, never went back. Get out your mom in them house. Stop complaining. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Cause like I say, this current generation just annoys me. Like I say, and it's across the board. It's not just black kids. It's all of them that I'm seeing. It's like, and then on top of that, they're very weak at that. That's another thing. They're not strong like we were. They're very weak in a lot of ways. But y'all let me know y'all stories about this.